I started Modest Needs as a way for people to really be able to reach out and help other people as directly as possible. Modest Needs works with persons who are generally self-sufficient, able to take care of their obligations on a regular basis, who encounter a short-term emergency, and whose self-sufficiency is threatened because of that emergency. The people that we work with generally don't qualify for any kind of charitable assistance. So we step in, we try to help them with a short-term crisis before it becomes a long-term crisis. And that's what we do at Modest Needs. It's really remarkable, and even more remarkable because it's funded by individual people. It's really about people helping each other.
If I could tell the world one thing about Modest Needs, it would be that that people can make a difference. Just one person can completely change the life of another person.
I started to think about all of the times in my life where it really came down to a short-term expense, a short-term emergency. That if I hadn't had somebody who had helped me with a little expense at just the right time, my life would have just been completely different. If they could do that for me, I can do that for other people. And that's really how Modest Needs started. Grown up overweight, which I did. One of the things that happens is that you come to assume that people are thinking about your size even if they're not, right? So your interaction with people is colored first and foremost by what you think they're thinking about how you look, what you're wearing, what you're, even what you're ordering. You honestly think about those things in ways that I think many people wouldn't have ever considered. And what you think is that, when you've been overweight all your life and you've heard everything all your life, what you think is that when you lose that weight, everything about your life is going to instantly, magically transform. Right? What you learn really fast is that it doesn't. It doesn't change anything. The only thing that changes is your size. That's it. But it doesn't change one thing about how people perceive you, because really all of that is wrapped up in how you see yourself. So how I overcame these feelings was really having the experience of both sides of it and realizing that whatever my size was had much less to do with how people reacted to me than my own self-esteem.
I think Keith is a role model because, I don't know, people say that everyone can make a difference, and Keith is actually someone who is fearless enough to get out there and provide an example for other people and to create a means for other people to make a difference. There was someone who wrote in, their house was destroyed after Katrina and they needed money for supplies. The donors were overwhelmingly supportive of that. And just going in and buying supplies for one person rebuilds an entire house. It makes a difference.
This was worse than I thought. We had to leave most all of our personal belongings. A half a foot of water still standing, and under that, about 3 inches of real heavy mud. The water line came to about right here. This is really mine. This is a donation, a very generous donation. The country bought it for me.
This is what they do, and this is real.
If this microphone spoke to the world, I would tell people, whatever it is that they're afraid of, don't be afraid of it. Really, the only thing that's holding them back from whatever it is that they want in the world is fear.